Hi, Tom for the Foxes stand here. Hey, what a day it's been, and not about really the result, was it today? It was nice to win, but today's been all about this man behind me, Jamie Vardy, Leicester's greatest ever player. And to be there and see him get the send off he fully deserves, wow, just wow. You could tell everyone was very emotional from start to finish to the game, before the game, the atmosphere. And the atmosphere, me, second to none today. And look, I've got a few little videos throughout the day I'm going to play, and this was the first one. Obviously, the players coming out onto the pitch, and the chance of Vardy already started. Yeah, truly amazing atmosphere. Not only it captured most of it, the flags, the club had done a terrific job with trying to give him the send off he deserved. Obviously, two news came out. One change with Oliver Skip coming into that lineup and Ollie Skip coming out of the lineup and Bubakri Samara coming in. So Leicester started with Solajic in goal, back four of Justin, Cody, Faz, and Thomas. Sumari and Didi as the two holding midfield, the double pivot. Jordan Ayew, El Canoes, McAtee, and Jamie Vardy. And Ipswich probably had the first 10 minutes, they had a bit more possession. They didn't really have that many chances. I think Hurst had one shot, went just wide. Solajic made a good save. Leicester then had the best chance of the game up to that point, and Vardy got set through on goal. He went round his man, then went round the goalkeeper, but it was just too far wide to push it in the net. Vardy then scored, and wow, the roof lifted off. And this was literally just after the goal went in. Truly amazing to be in the ground, to see that goal go in, to see 200th goal. Having seen his first goal away at Wet Night and Torquay in the Cup, to see his last ever Leicester goal live with me for the rest of my life was amazing to be there. And Leicester kicked on from there, and they had a few more chances. Ayew went close at the near post. There was another wicked deflection went right at the post as well, but it was all Leicester that towards half time. Second half, again, Leicester had better chances with the ball. Ipswich started to pile the pressure on, and fans started to get a little bit frustrated with this sideway passing again. Very like there was chances to get the ball forward into opportunities, but we turned away and went backwards. And then the substitutions happened, and he brought Monga on, and the crowd lifted again, same as Forest away. As soon as he brought on Monga and other players, the crowd just lifted. There was an anticipation, I can't say the word, and Max excited from the game, that Monga was going to cause problems, and Monga did. The first 5 minutes there, right back was some kid, he's going to kick him in the air and I'm not going to let it past him. But when Monga started bringing out the flicks and tricks, and Leicester just started to turn the screw a bit, and the chances come, and Casey McAtee, well, what can you say? He was very unlucky to not score. Now, that would have been Casey McAtee's first ever Premiership goal. And, I think we were all begging for it to go in. It's so unlucky at the post. But then, 5 minutes later, he does.
What, Jamie?
Great to see Casey's first goal in the Premier League. Absolutely brilliant. And Leicester were 2-0 up and cruising. And although Ipswich had a few chances, I think they had a goal disallowed for offside. And it was all about Jamie Vardy. And then the moment came what we knew was going to come, and it was time to say goodbye to Jamie Vardy.
The end. Time to goodbye to Jamie Vardy.
And what a fitting standoff, a round of applause Jamie Vardy get, excuse me, to get 500 appearances, 200 league goals, 74 assists in a Leicester City shirt, 13 years at the club, the trophies he's won. Yes, relegations have happened, but the glories outweigh them, and what he's done for this football club is phenomenal. Obviously, he left the pitch. Okay, Daka. And Leicester just saw the game out. Like I said, there was a couple of hard chances for Ipswich, but you never felt like they were going to score it today. I was quite surprised, to be honest. I thought they would be a little bit more tougher than what I'd seen. As the final whistle went, a lot of applause. Everyone hung around the ground, was still full after the game because everyone wanted to give Jamie Vardy the standing ovation and the see-off he fully deserved. Now, there's bits in this I found interesting. There was players coming out on the pitch who Danny Drinkwater getting his name sung. Now he wasn't that great when he left Leicester, and there was a lot of hate towards him, but he was getting his name sung. Andy King, Michael Wojciechowski's song, Wesley Morgan, Michael Brighton, and then when they announced that the squad were coming out, I was pretty shocked to hear boos. I mean, there was a number of boos. It was loud enough that people could hear booing. To hear that we're booing at a point when we should be celebrating players' career, I know we're frustrated, but this wasn't to do with the squad. I weren't going to boo even the players. I just stood there. I weren't going to clap them. They don't deserve to be clapped after this poor season. But I was quite shocked to hear how many boos when they announced that the squad were coming out to join the guard of honour for Jamie Vardy. Obviously, Vardy's come out, slapping everyone, hugging everyone. He was over the moon to see players. His former teammates were there. Jeffrey Slupp. Casper was in the crowd, I believe, upstairs, didn't come down for the presentation. Obviously, the club then gave him a golden fox and a book with all his greatest memories in it. And that was the end of Jamie Vardy and his chapter at Leicester City. And like I said behind me, it sums up the man, the myth, the legend that is Jamie Vardy. What do I take from the game in general? Because people say post-match review that, well, that's 2 wins in a row by 2-0. That's two home clean sheets in a row. That's 7 points out of 9. Sadly, we're picking up a bit of momentum at the wrong end of the season. And if we'd found this form 9-10 games ago, we might have had a chance of staying up. But yeah, pressure's off. You can tell the players are playing with a bit more freedom, that they know the relegation's already happened. But it's good to see us getting that little bit of confidence going into next season now. Obviously, next week, tricky tie against Bournemouth. They play Tuesday night. I think they were away at Man City. So, tough game for them. They're still in the hunt for European football. They could win that game. They could be in still with a chance. So, obviously, tough game. But another game, let's go there. Obviously, Vardy won't be there. Vardy won't play. And that was his last ever game today. And it was a send-off that we'll believe in. like I say, for me, today is all about Jamie Vardy and what he's done for the football club. And as I said before, and I'll say again, thank you, Jamie Vardy. Thank you for everything. 13 great years. Who would have said it? A £1 million striker from the non-league could go on and achieve the Premier League, the FA Cup, Community Shields, 2 championships, a Golden Boot, 500 appearances, 200 goals, and 74 assists. Not really much more I can say on that. As always, drop your comments in there. Let me know what you thought about the game today. Not really got onto that much, but today for me was all about Jamie Vardy and seeing him score that 200 goal and getting the win. Hey, we'll take that. Like I say, drop your comments in. Drop me know what your thoughts. I'll come back to you as always. Val, good night.